My friends, welcome to exercise 100 in my 200 3D CAD problems in FreeCAD series. Exercise 100 could be a little bit more exciting, given that it is like halfway through the series, but it is really a simple object. And we will be using draft workbench to actually achieve this goal. So first of all, I want to relocate the image to one of its corners at the center. And then my first order of business is to draw a sketch on XY plane, which would be a square of 124 millimeter side. Then I want to extrude that for 8 millimeter, and this one I want to extrude it downward. So that way the image is sitting on top and it helps us think. The next one is to draw this corner pole, which would be a tube in this case, and the outer diameter is 20, and then inside diameter is 16, and it has a height of 15 millimeter. All right, we have the base tube set up, and what I want to do is I want to relocate it to 14 millimeter on top and 14 millimeter on side. So let's go ahead and on the placement tab, go to position. On X side it would be 14, and on Y side it would be 14. So now it's at position, and I want to go to draft workbench. So now that we are in the draft workbench, we want to use the array tool to replicate this 4 times and select the tube and come to array, which is a rectangular array, and we want 2 of the units in the X direction and 2 of them in the Y. And so those are the default ones. On the X direction though, the default distance would be 96, and we'll have to update on Y direction as well. So the distance are given is 96 in the Y direction, and on Z direction we don't care, and hit OK. So there we have 4 of the tubes that we wanted. The next thing we want, so let's go back to part workbench. The next thing we want is a cylinder there, which will have a diameter of 8. So diameter of 8, and then it will have a length of, say, we want to say 100 for now, or like 96, doesn't matter. So I'm going to say 96 there, and I want to relocate that, transform it first to make it flat. Alright, we have the cylinder. Now we'll have to move it into the place, and this cylinder will go up. It says the center is 7.5 millimeter from the top. I know that the top is at 15. So the Z direction on the cylinder part, under the position, it will be 15 minus 7.5. That should move it into place. And while we are moving things away, let's go ahead and take it to the X direction as well. It could be approximate because we will be using the connect tool to connect them later on. And then we want to move this Y direction as well. So Y would be 14, but we can make it 14 there. I want to go back to draft workbench, and we want to use the polar array. All right, so we want number of elements 4, right? And then, as I said, on the X direction, let's reset it, and on the X direction the center would be at 124 divided by 2, and on the Y direction the center would be 62 as well, and then hit OK. What it does is it takes this and then it replaces it. So this would be the second iteration, and this would be the third, and this is the fourth. So it takes this center and then rotates it as it is. So that's a good feature. And then now what we want to do is we want to take this array and take this array. We want to use the connect tool on the part workbench and see if it helps us, makes it smooth. It does. It's a beautiful operations. I always get amazed in how this connect tool works. Anyway, let's go ahead and make these two a fusion, and that is our final object. And I hope you enjoyed this process. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.